So about 2 weeks ago, I got a beta key for HearthStone. I played it for about a week and a half, and now I more or less quit playing it. Which isn't actually because the game is bad or anything, but that features are still missing from the beta test. So anyways, I decided to just talk a little bit about my experience with the beta. I played about half the classes to pass level 10, which means I have all the basic cards for those classes. I also played to Grandmaster in Arena and to 3-star Masters in play mode. The main class that I use for play mode is Rogue. I think it's probably the strongest class for free-to-play players because you just don't really need that many epics or legendaries or anything to do well with it. I'm actually only running 4 rares with 0 epics and 0 legendaries in my deck. One of the main reasons I actually stopped playing the beta is because the reward system isn't implemented yet. Blizzard said there will be a reward system for doing well in play mode, but right now the only reward you get for play mode is 1 gold per win, which pretty much feels like a waste of time. I actually have enough gold to play a couple more rounds of Arena as well, but the problem with that is the rewards from Arena is basically cards and dust to help you build a better deck for play mode, and since I don't need a better deck in play mode, there's not much reason for me to keep playing Arena. Actually, one of the issues of playing in beta right now is sometimes the queue times are just really long, and in many cases you also end up playing against the same players over and over. I think a lot of these issues should probably be fixed when they start giving out more beta invites or when the game is actually released. I'm pretty lucky that this series of 5 games I recorded last night displays pretty much the best situation as well as some not so good situations for my deck. I think one of the things about the mulligan is pretty much trying to figure out how you plan to open. That usually means getting rid of high cost cards that you can't play for a few turns. Right now, one of the problems with Hearthstone is that starting second is a pretty big advantage, especially for rogues. The coin counts as a spell, which allows rogues to use combos on the first turn, such as what I just did here. Also, having 4 cards before the mulligan allows, or makes it a lot easier for you to get the proper setup to get a good start. So at any rate, this is pretty much an ideal start for my deck. You can see I'm pretty much just killing the guy when he doesn't have anything out yet. For all I know, he has 3 bad cards to start, and maybe he's just not going to do anything for a long time. One of the things about running these high aggression rogue decks is you always want to trade HP for creatures. So I don't care about losing some HP attacking his guy, but I like keeping all my minions alive. In this game, I actually get a really lucky top deck here, which allows me to just kill him off this turn. So this is the 4th turn, he pretty much didn't do anything, and he's already dead. When I played Magic the Gathering, I mostly played mono black, and I feel that Rogue actually plays in a pretty similar style, where you're aggressively attacking, usually with creatures, while keeping spells for board control, and you're also sacrificing a lot of life in the process. So that's pretty much the one really easy game for my rogue deck. I think the other 4 games were a lot closer, and I think I actually lost one of them, in large part due to a really bad and stupid mistake on my part.
Valera versus Gul'dan!
Your soul shall be mine!
Watch your back.
I'm pretty much lucky for another start second here. I throw away eviscerates early game, especially against warlocks, because there's really nothing to kill with them, and I'd rather try to get as many creatures as possible in the early game.
This guy's toast.
I usually like saving those guys to shoot creatures, but since he didn't play any out and I had nothing else to really do that turn, I might as well start putting on some aggression. One of the things with Warlock decks is that they like to life tap a lot in the early game when they have high HP, so if you can put on a lot of aggression on against them, in many cases they'll stop using life tap, so they won't have as much of a card advantage.
Here we go.
Hey, lights out.
So on this turn, even though I have 1 mana and the Shiv, I'd rather just save the Shiv so I can use it for combo since it's a low cost card. That's better than wasting my Conceal to get a combo out on the next turn.
So many possibilities. I'm ready. I'm not ready.
For this turn, I actually take a long time deciding what I want to do. The reason is because I drew a Fan of Knives, and so far it seems like his deck has little to no low cost, low HP minions, so I'm not sure if I should just toss the Fan of Knives to draw a card, or if I should do something else.
This guy's toast.
So at any rate, I eventually decide to just keep the aggression on his hero since he's running pretty low on HP. Like, this is really where his deck seems to start getting stuff out. He has card advantage and board advantage, but he's low enough on HP where I can try to just trade HP with him. This is actually a situation my deck ends up in a lot of times. If I can't actually kill them fast enough, they will have card advantage as well as board advantage, but usually low enough HP that I could pretty much just zerg them down.
Why do you fall?
Like in most of my games, pretty much either I use all my cards ready and I'm dead, or I raid kill the opponent by around this stage of the game. So in this situation where like he actually didn't die yet but I still have cards, it pretty much means more likely than not my start was just overall not very good, and his start in this game actually didn't seem that good either, since he did like nothing for the first 4 or 5 turns.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
So at any rate, since he has like 2 taunt minions, there's no point using deadly poison on my weapon, since his minions have 3 HP and my weaponry does 3 damage anyways. So I'm pretty much just burning the Fan of Knives off to just draw cards with them.
Here we go. I already attacked.
Instead of using the Eviscerate to kill off anything, I'm waiting till I can just clear his taunt minion so I could use that to kill him. Since he only has 8 HP and Eviscerate plus my weapon and deadly poison is enough to kill off all his health. So that was a pretty questionable move for him. I'm not sure why he did that. Maybe he just didn't have anything else better to play. But because of that, I can just Fan of Knives his taunt minion, which allows me to kill him this turn. Alternatively, I did have a Spellbreaker, and Silence also cancels out taunt, so I could have used that as well.
Valera versus Gul'dan.
Your soul
So as you
shall
can
be
see, I
mine.
got the same
Watch
opponent
your
again.
back.
I think once you get to high ratings, especially being the beta with a small player pool, you do end up running against the same players a lot. Like, there were days that I just played the same people like 5 or more times in a row on play mode, and one of the things that does kind of bother me about that is that, unlike trading card games, you can't actually talk to your opponent. So even if you're playing the same guy like 5 times in a row, you can't talk about previous matches, talk about where they messed up, talk about pretty much any way they can improve. I think that's one of the things that actually helped me a lot in Magic, where when I keep playing against the same player, in many cases they notice something that I might not have noticed, and in cases like that we can help each other to get better. In that case, I actually played the minion in hopes that he'd kill it, like what he just did now, because that lets me use my
This guy's
agent
toast.
to kill his taunt minion. Something to actually watch out for when playing Rogue is to not shoot yourself with the Perdition's
Here
Blade.
we go.
A lot of times when you play weapons, you would click your hero right away so you could attack with the weapon, but since Perdition's Blade has a battle cry, if you just click your hero right away, you'll end up shooting yourself.
I'm ready. I'm not ready.
So on this turn when he plays that minion, I actually end up doing something like really stupid. It should never actually happen, but I'm not sure why I even thought it was a decent idea at that time either. I actually have no reason to need to kill his minion on this turn. And even if I wanted to kill his minion, there were better ways I could have done it instead of wasting my code blood. So I'm not sure if that's actually what cost me the game this time. Like, my hand wasn't especially good or anything either. One of the things with Hearthstone is the game is pretty fast paced, and most decks actually are overall lacking in card drawing, so when you just throw out cards like what I did on that turn, it causes you to fall behind, and in many cases you can't really catch back up. So pretty much I make a really bad move and end up losing this game, which hopefully I learn from that and don't make that dumb move again.
You're in trouble now.
Anyways, there's 2 more games played after this. The one after is against this same player for the 3rd time in a row, and the last game is against a paladin. There isn't that much special to talk about those 2 games, so I'm going to stop commentating. You can feel free to watch those games if you'd like. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I probably won't be playing or recording more Hearthstone videos until probably a patch comes out or something. I'm pretty sure I'll be playing a lot of Hearthstone at launch since they'll have the reward system and everything ready by then. But for now it just seems there isn't really that much to do in the game, because a large portion of the game is really based around the reward systems.
Here we go.
Get in there and fight, maggot! So many possibilities.
I give up.
Valera versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine!
Watch your back.
our turn.
Here we go.
Scrub.
Yeah, beat it!
So many possibilities.
Ha, this guy's toast.
You look at me.
Here we go.
Why do you fall?
Here we go.
Hey, lights out.
You looking at me? I wonder.
Here we go.
Valera versus Uther!
I will fight with honor.
Watch your back. Here we go.
I hope you like my invention.
Here we go.
Put this apple on your head.
Reporting for duty.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Ha, this guy's toast.
Job's done.
Here we go.
Give me a quest.
Get in there and fight, maggot!
Here we go.
Let me think. I wonder. I wonder.
Move quickly! I've got a huge gun!
This is
Here we go.
scrub.
Yeah, beat it!
One shot, one kill.
I hope you like my invention.
Well played.
Here we go.
Pass me that arc light spanner.
I must move quickly.